James Dyson is the sole owner of Dyson Limited, the private domestic appliance company which he set up in the UK in 1993, and he is also the inventor of the high-suction vacuum cleaner. The design took the vacuum cleaner market by storm and eliminated the need for a bag to collect dust. He invented the machine in 1979 as a result of his frustration with his then top-of-the-range vacuum cleaner, which would get clogged very quickly. In a visit to a local sawmill, he observed that sawdust was removed from the air by large industrial cyclones, so he applied the same principle on a smaller scale and produced the first vacuum cleaner without a bag. After 5 years and 5,127 prototypes later, he finally had a working model, the G-Force. Sales started off slowly and only in Japan. However, when the G-Force won the International Design Fair Prize in 1991, it soon became a Japanese status symbol. Using the money he got from Japan and the G-Force, James Dyson then started his Wiltshire, UK factory, and the first production vacuum cleaner DC-01 sold for approximately £200 in 1993. The rest is history, and by 2007, over 24.5 million units had been sold, and Dyson had taken over approximately 40% of the UK vacuum cleaner market. Dyson challenged the market paradigms in every way. Dyson vacuum cleaners have a highly functional, innovative design and incorporate bright colors, for example blue, yellow, red, pink and purple alongside grey. The dust that is collected is clearly visible and not hidden, thereby demonstrating the machine's effectiveness. This despite the initial market research that suggested that the container with the collected dust not be transparent. Dyson vacuum cleaners are priced much higher than the competitors. For example, the Dyson's upright vacuums range between $399 and $599 whereas their main competitors are priced between $135 and $299 Dyson's management style is based on the principles of James Dyson himself, an approach also very different from many competitors. Dyson banned smoking and ties and had little time for memos and emails, which he considered a way of avoiding responsibility. The majority of staff is thus young, often straight out of university, but the company emphasizes quality throughout. The vacuum cleaner market had to do something to respond to Dyson. Competitors such as Hoover and Electrolux of Sweden fought back with their own version of the bagless vacuum cleaner. Other low-priced competitors such as LG and Samsung of South Korea, as well as Hitachi of Japan, offered their products for less than $150. Further, the influx of cheaper models from China and Southeast Asia led to greater fragmentation in the vacuum cleaner market. Dyson was then concerned that the sector in general would risk devaluation from poor quality, cheap products. In response to this, Dyson moved production to Malaysia in order to save 25% on production costs. Some critics have suggested that this move, which resulted in 600 manufacturing job losses, has affected sales in the UK. In 2007, the company was still the UK market leader in vacuum cleaners, but volume dropped 5 percentage points over the previous year to 20%, and value dropped 6 percentage points to 42% of its sales of $400 million. 35% of sales came from outside the UK. CEO of Dyson, Martin McCourt, responded to the criticism by saying that the company was still growing in the UK despite Chinese-made cylinder cleaners being marketed for less than $75. He believed these cheap cleaners were being purchased as a second or third cleaner in the house, and he believed that this had expanded the market by 1 million units. The company was growing fast in 32 countries, and in the first year of trading in the US, the company had sold 188,400 units from more than 4,000 outlets.